You're watching a recap from Investor XP, the show that covers investing for gamers. Check out the video description for details. It is Monday, May the 8th, and we have got a great show for you today. Here's what we've got coming up for those of you who are watching live. If you're watching a recap video, these are the other stories that are going to be posted today, so check those out if they interest you. Each day this week, we're going to be talking about stocks that people have suggested me in the comments to look at. We've got some great ones coming up, and more info on that in just a bit. We're going to be talking about Berkshire Hathaway, the Nintendo Switch third-party development, and then finally, we're going to have all my stock buys this morning that I did. We're going to run down all of those. We talked about Friday. I was putting a list together to add to the kids' portfolio, so we bought some this morning, and we're going to review all of those in detail. So let's go ahead and let's get started here. We talk a lot about American companies for the most part, technology, entertainment, things like that. So, and there's a lot of great ones to talk about. This week we're going to feature three stocks in particular, and it's not Facebook, Amazon, and Google. It is their Chinese counterparts that we're going to be talking about. Which are Tencent, Alibaba, and Baidu. I'm butchering that, I'm sure, but those are the companies that we're going to be looking at this week. I had some comments ask me about Tencent, and that's where I started, and I thought, why not do all three of these, as they're kind of tied together because they are the Chinese equivalent to three major stocks in the U.S., so let's get started, and we'll talk about Tencent to begin with. Now, Tencent is basically the Facebook of China, and there's not a lot of info out on them on the surface if you just Google them and look around. On the surface, there's some basic things. They are starting a facility in Seattle to further their artificial intelligence. They are working with NVIDIA. They use some of their processors on things. So little pieces put together of what they do. They do a lot of similar things that Facebook does, but there's just not a ton of info out there with doing just a basic Google search. Now you can find them over on Yahoo, doing a quick search for their stock. So let's get some basic statistics to begin with before we dive in further. And as you can see, they have gone up and up and up as they've rolled out their company. Price to earnings is 50 times, which is very close to Facebook. It can pull Facebook's up. They pay a dividend. Now, if you look at some of their other statistics here, and let me get my highlighting tools out here. I don't have them out quite yet here. I want to just highlight a couple of things on the stock. 50 times trailing price to earnings. It's a little pricey. Let's take a look here. They have a bunch of cash. They certainly have a bunch of cash. Operating margin 33%, profit margin 27%. Nothing to sneeze at with both of those. Revenue of $22 billion. Quarterly revenue growth year over year. And that's not too shabby right there. Total cash, here we go. $17 billion. Total debt $15 billion. So that's looking pretty good, and like I said, they pay a dividend. Now, Facebook, the American equivalent, which this might be an option for people if they missed out on Facebook. What we've got here, I want market movers. Facebook is a little bit cheaper, 43 times, 22 times forward earnings. But the thing with Facebook is they don't pay a dividend yet, and I'm not a big fan of that. We'd have to look closer in on their balance sheet. So on the surface, Tencent, not bad. It's got some good things going for it. One of the things, if you dive in, and I'm going to have the links to all of this in the description of the recap video when I post it. You can go over to their investors relations. You can get it translated to English. This is where you want to start, and I'm going to do a deeper dive on this company because it has caught my interest. That is for sure. One of the things, if you followed the show a little bit, you'll know that we like to go and we like to see what games are going over on Twitch, which games people are playing, and which games are popular. It's a good way to tell, if you look at Twitch, what games are streaming and what the audience is, and checking out the community involvement. It's a great way to get an idea of how well the game is selling and how well it's been received. Now, one of the games that's over here that is always either number one, number two, it's definitely in the very top, is a little title called League of Legends. Okay? At any given time, this has hundreds of thousands of people watching it, streaming it, interacting with it. Big esports title. League of Legends. What's that have to do with Tencent? Well, they own them. That's who does League of Legends, is this company out of China. And that's, if you've ever wondered, who's behind it, they are. So, very big gaming play. They have got a huge casual audience for mobile gaming, PC gaming. They are building it big time. So that is one thing we really like about them. If you go through their annual report, and I'm just going to scroll through it real quick here and point out a couple of the highlights. You can check out their financials, obviously. They talk a little bit about their strategy and their highlights. Again, if you look at this, they are very similar to Facebook in what they use. Online gaming's, here it is. Solid year of growth through data mining, performance of existing titles. Our strategy is to engage large pool of casual gamers and gradually enhance them to mid-core to hardcore categories. So they're basically, their goal is to get people hooked on these mobile games and start getting into League of Legends and things like that. So they're up there as far as hooking in the gamers, that is for sure, with just a couple of titles, and they're all big esport titles, and they're huge in China. Also, their AI move that they're putting into, they talk about that. Payment-related services through their chat item, cloud services, those are their areas that they're focusing on. It's all in the report here. I have to say, I was very intrigued. I had heard of them primarily through as an artificial intelligence play. I stay away from them because so many things are uncertain in China, and following Apple's dealings with them, certainly over the last couple of years, you can see a lot of people, they're kind of like, stay away from China. Different things that go on there with the government and companies, and obviously there's all sorts of issues there. So whenever a stock like this would come up, I would see that and I'd kind of I'd push it off to the side, because I have enough investments with Nintendo and different things that are foreign investments that it takes a little bit longer to cipher through all the information that you have there. And they're not as covered in detail as American companies are, being over here. So when I saw this, I thought, okay, people would put in the comments, hey, what do you think of this one? Check this one out. A lot of people are really bullish on this stock, yelling at the top of their lungs that how are people not investing in this? This is a great company and everything. doing a quick overview on it, it has my interest. I am putting them on our speculate list today. They could be worthy of an investment. There could be some big upside here. I like what I see. I'm going to investigate them further. They're going to be on my speculate list right now. Maybe they'll get changed over to a buy. We'll see. Definitely like what I see on the surface. Uh, the Chinese Facebook. They could be a great buy. Let me know what you think in the comments, or shoot me a comment during the live show. Uh, is this company? What do you think of it, or should we stay away from China? Let me know what you think. That's going to be it for today's show. Um, we are live Monday through Friday, 1:30 Eastern, 12:30 Central. You can see a link in the description below. We're live on Twitch. Come check us out and chat with us live during the show. You can tweet us at InvestorXP or shoot us an email. It's mail@investorxp.com. Or you can do what a lot of you have been doing. Message me directly on YouTube. Put comments in the videos. I've gotten some really great suggestions for stocks, and I'm going to be featuring a lot of those on the show this week. Let you know what I think. So, really happy with all the people that have subscribed recently and all the comments that they're putting out there. Please continue with those. If you are a seasoned investor, let me know your opinion, no matter what your strategy is, good or bad. The more opinions, the better. If you're a gamer who's stumbling upon the channel, who's thinking about getting investing, check out the comments, what people think, so you can start to familiarize yourself with the different strategies people use. Thank you very much for watching. Give us a sub and a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. We really want to build this channel in a community of people that we can get more people involved in investing and making money. So thank you very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow.